Hi traders, it's been a while since I do any trade recap videos here, so just thought of doing a bit of trade recap as the past 1 month I've been traveling to Japan and I don't have a lot of time to actually do these videos, but back in Malaysia. So let's talk about the trade that I took, profited for about 4.7R, over $10,000. So let's talk about the trade. So that's the position here, and if you look at the chart, I actually missed out a lot on the table, lots of the profits on the table, but it is what it is. Stuck to my plan, and ultimately I'm happy with the trade. If you look at the 4 hour, the main reason why I was looking for potential long opportunity was because on the 4 hour and the daily we have a beautiful fake out actually under this massive zone here. As you can see, we have a massive support zone around 123.70 to 124.15. So we have that massive support zone. When price actually broke under this zone here, if you look at this, we have a minor break under that 123.69. Then we immediately found strength just sort of holding above it. I also took some longs here along the way. Then as price kept holding above that 123.60, I highlighted a lot of time in my private community. I say that we're looking for weakness on the DXY, which means we're expecting strength on pound dollar, euro dollar, Aussie dollar, some of these pairs. If you look at what happened on Aussie dollar, all these pairs, we actually started talking about longs in my community since early June. And EU as well, lots of strength here in the short term. Gold as well, technically the same thing. So if you look at the DXY, the main reason why I was actually calling potential longs on AUs, EUs and GU was because on the 4 hour I realized that, hey, DXY has formed a potential, that's what I call an ascending channel pattern. We have the nice sell off with a deep pullback. Then we just have multiple failures on the 1 hour to actually close above that 104.34. So when the DXY has multiple failures to go to the upside, which means some of these counter dollar pairs has potential to actually rise, because correlation, simple correlation, when DXY goes down, counter dollar pairs like GU, EU, AU, whatever will go up. So I was expecting strength using correlation analysis as well. So why did I exactly took long there was based on the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, when I was taking this setup, there was multiple entry levels that I was observing. A few one would be these 124.28. Second one would be this 124.40. When I was observing price, I saw that, hey, price had multiple rejections above that 124.28. Then on the Asian Open, we start holding above that 124.40 level. Can you see on the 5 minute, we actually have multiple rejections here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. When I saw that price had multiple rejections above it, and I told myself, hey, I'll have my first chance entry above it. If I really get stopped out on this first chance entry, then if it goes back into 124.28, I'm happy to take my second chance entry. So I'm happy to actually risk 2% on this trade and end up it turns well, it start pushing higher. Bear in mind, I actually withstood this entire pullback, so it was quite painful, honestly, but stuck to the position as I have quite some confidence on this setup. Very high quality, lots of strength above it, and as long as the 15 minute actually holds above the moving average, as you can see, we have a moving average cross here, price just sort of leaning or bouncing off that 50 EMA and the 20 EMA, then we just continue pushing higher. As price come deep, testing the 50 EMA, I held on to the position. If this candle actually turned bearish, if you look at this nice pin bar here, if this one actually closed under the 50 EMA, I would have actually closed out the position because it would have been violated my rule. I wanted to see price bouncing off the EMAs nice and beautifully, and we just have that beautiful bounce. I decided to just close the position at the previous high. I was originally targeting at that 124.98, but I'm happy to close full position at the previous high to avoid some news. If you look at the Forex Factory, we actually got some unemployment claims coming up right at that candle. So one of my principles is I don't trade the news. I don't hold a position across the news as well. Again, just based on my rule, based on my principle, it doesn't matter to you. If you're someone who loves holding through news, you can do it as well. No right or wrong. Happy to close the position, then I call it a day. As you can see, if I actually trail stops, it would have been a very, very significant position. But it is what it is. It would have been a 10-hour trade and potentially have $30, $40, $50,000 on this one. But recently I've been really stepping the brake, and I'm focusing on the GU, and I'm trying to gain back the momentum, as again I traveled to Japan for a month plus, so usually it would take me a bit of time to actually get used back to my routine, get used to the market as well. So happy with the position, overall beautiful execution. I also took some long entries here along the way as well, so it's actually not the first trade. Has some long entries here, has some long entries here, just small position. So yeah, just overall beautiful setup on GU, and I hope all of you learned something new. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.